Well, Holy Week marked the 16th year for the resurrection story of Jesus Christ to be captured in sand. Yes, tons of sand. Zach can attest to this.
I saw the sand.
At the Hancock County Fairgrounds, you're still picking the sand out, I think,
out
of
of
your
my
beard.
boots and my beard, yes.
Yeah. The story of forgiveness in life, seen through the artistic talents of Roger Powell. Mark tells us more.
400 tons of sand, days of preparation, the 16th year for the On Common Ground sand sculpture in the city of Findlay.
We had a tremendous amount of ice that was frozen in. We encased us with tarpaulins. We put heat underneath it, and we prayed. And as the ice melted, I started to sculpt, and the weather started to get warmer.
Weather conditions would not deter this year's Holy Week inspiration by local sculptor Roger Powell. The two-sided scene welcomed thousands to the Hancock County Fairgrounds during Holy Week.
In the front is the resurrection. And you know, without Christ, I think in this day and age, we surely need to know why we're all here and that Christ died for us. We also need to know that we have a very strong country, and without our original foundation, how does the young Christians or even any Christians today have freedom of speech, of religion, to believe in Jesus Christ? So we have to have the military, we have to have the ones back here, and the little crosses in the background are ones that people can actually put in. Somebody they love, somebody that's passed, somebody with cancer. We all have somebody in our hearts, and this represents them, so they can be part of this sand sculpture.
This annual Easter week celebration saw visitors both near and far, including one family who drove all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The day our TV camera was on site, we met people from Toledo, Defiance, and beyond, as well as several local faces. Music, worship, and volunteers representing many different churches, all joining together for one reason.
But the common denominator here is Jesus Christ. I say they don't come out for Roger, they come out for Christ to see this, and it's the unification.
And for Powell, it's an opportunity to give back to Christ, the community, but receive at the same time.
I feel very blessed to be here. I feel very blessed to be able to share with all the people. When they come up and pat me on the back, I almost feel a guilt feeling of just knowing that this is what, and just being receptive of God's will. And all of you, all people, get these type of things with saying that tug. And when you feel the tug, that's the tug of God. And it's little, big, it doesn't make any difference, but it's all part of that, being receptive of God's will, and you can move a lot of sand.
I wasn't sure when I first went here what we were exactly visiting. I just knew that there'd be a lot of sand. But this is one of those things where until you see it in person, I'm sure it looked really, on the package there, on the story there, it looked great. But when you see it in person, it's just one of those that, like much art, very impactful. And to see the vision that they had and the different elements of it is very cool. I encourage anyone next year to visit that because you won't regret it. It's a great thing for the kids and just for the whole family.